Trusky?
Yes, to Sir Otto von Bergoff's castle.
Royal Chamberlain
I have
von
no
Berg.
idea what's going on here.
The League of Lords fella.
You know more than I'd expect from you.
It doesn't surprise me. I also know that Trusky is about 3 days' ride away.
2 days, weather permitting.
The young lord should have been back long since then, shouldn't he?
He should. But he's not.
And why did you come to me for this?
For Christ's sake, get your booze-soaked noggin working. Isn't it obvious? We need you to go to Trusky and find out what's keeping him.
Why me?
Honestly, I'd like to know that too, Radzig. Why this fellow?
He has experience like few others. You know that, Hanush. And not just in combat. Although he might not look like it at the moment, he is from a noble family. So he knows how to deal with nobility.
What? You're saying this scoundrel in a cassock is blue-blooded?
It's true. And he also understands, since we don't know what's holding Capon up, we need someone who can deal with whoever he comes across.
I hope you're...
How could I say no?
Well, that...
Oh, don't get ahead of yourself. I won't rest until my nephew is safely back in...
When should I go?
Right away.
Fuck! Did they have to lock us up in here, of all places? I have a feeling these walls are moving. The cell is getting smaller and smaller. Can you hear me? Let me out! Hey! Hear me!
Oh, give it a rest. No one's come in.
I feel like we're going to be crushed here.
Well, that ought to bring us closer together.
Very droll. I just don't...
Like jails.
No. Listen here, Henry. I wanted to say... well... that I'm glad to see you again. Henry?
After all, as you know, I'm just a common dung grubber, while you're the great Bellatore.
Bellator. But... I was stupid to think like that. It was stupid. But now I'm sitting here too, for behaving like a Bellator. I might have left you in it.
Yeah, you might.
Nevertheless, Henry, I wanted to say that... well, you were right. I behaved... badly. Awfully. So, what were you getting up?
I was working in the blacksmith's forge in Takov.
Oh, well, lucky for you, you have a trade you could work at.
Sort of. Most of the time I was actually chasing after lost carts, or scrambling over the rocks looking for hermits.
Well, at least you weren't bored, eh?
What about you?
I also stuck to what I'm best at.
What, boozing and whoring?
Ha-fucking-ha. Hunting.
You were poaching?
Only commoners poach. I was hunting in the territory of another noble. Without his permission, admittedly.
But that's a capital crime.
Ah, bollocks! Nothing to worry about.
Heaven help us.
Shh, quiet! There's something going...
Have you seen Captain Thomas? Yarrick says he's in a bad way.
He's right. Them fuckers cut him up good.
Last I heard from Father Nicodemus, though, was that his wounds are healing.
Aye. Only he's been struck down by a fever. And the Sawbones is away with Sir Otto.
Good God!
Captain Tom...
Bro, what would happen if I did the other one? Oh, we'll play this again one day.
Yes! He met us
We're just
before
gonna
we
keep
reached the
going with
pond, didn't he? We showed him our letter.
But he's in a fever. You heard them.
Well, we'll deal with that somehow. Hey!
Leave it be.
Hey! Open up, you rabble! We're messengers from Ratar. You hear?
Again?
Those damned fools won't...
Come on, fellas! Be reasonable.
Alright.
About time. Just you wait till Lord von Berghoff hears how you treat a noble.
You, come with me to the courtyard. Chamberlain says we ain't gonna waste bread on you for nothing. We've got a job for you.
What about me? I want to talk to the captain right now.
You want to talk to God, fella. You're getting the gallows for poaching.
What? But you can't hang a nobleman.
Jesus, wait! Hear that? That bell's tolling for you, mate. 12 more times, and the priest will come for you. Hans!
But you can't!
Hans, don't worry, I'll fix it! Move it!
I'm a nobleman! You hear me? I'm a noble! I'm Sir Hans Capon of Bergstein.
Oh, fuck.
So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman, he was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th, if you want to do something for him,
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if they moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden.
And can I go there? I really have to talk with Captain Thomas.
Don't fucking annoy me, fella. You got off...
What? You won't even let me pray?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch...
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to... When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case...
Got it. Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to... Don't worry, that won't...
What happens when I'm dead?
What do you reckon? And when there's no more work for you, you can bugger off wherever you like.
That's all?
Aye? What do you expect? The axe? Lord von Berghoff is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in an hour Sawbones is away with Lord von Berghoff.
I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the... Or Sinner the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there, or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be working up there for sure. And no wandering around where you're not allowed.
Yeah.
As much as you can fit in there. That's how much.
But won't it be completely...
I'm sorry.
Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls in my life. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her, of course. The bride's always the prettiest.
I've been at weddings where that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But I heard it ended in a brawl.
Aye. Some idiots had a
Packed up that captain of ours. Aye, that's bad. But there's always some rabble running around. Even more now. Oh, aye. And how would you know? You hear some story over a tankard of ale and you start off again. If there's anyone
I've no time for idle chat.
Well, I'm all ears, Master Philosopher. It's clear as a bell.
nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
Greetings to you too.
Drop it. Unlike my opinion about their majesties, someone might really take an interest in your opinion about the Chamberlain. You're not wrong there. off to me. Although it's true, he was
Wedding like.
It was nice. Good food.
That's that.
Hey, vagabond.
I finished hauling the sacks.
How should I? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So
Well, if you really don't have anything for...
that'd suit you, eh? Only, what to do with you? I've only got work in the...
Well, I'm a blacksmith too. Even if I...
Oh, really?
My...
Then you might actually be some use to me. At least I wouldn't have to work my fingers to the bone all the time. I'll tell you what, go to the forge. The fire's gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me that he don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Well, it depends. Usually...
All right. You're a fool, but maybe you're a handy one.
But a horse...
Aye, but Kabat's missing just one.
One. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the
All right, but...
And now and when it's done, bring it to me to check, so you don't make me look... Lads!
What's the matter, good wife?
Because of that damn blacksmith. I'm waiting here for him like the lock on my spice chest is stuck. And Sir, how am I to bake gingerbread?
Can I help you, son?
No, unless you can pick a lock. And do...
I know how to do it, but...
All right, I'll wait here.
Guard?
Must you interrupt me at my prayers? If it's arms you want, go to the kitchen.
Sorry to bother you, but I heard you...
You know Thomas?
I ran into him when I was begging along the road, and he gave me a bit of food. I wanted to thank him.
Thomas helped folk a lot, it's true. Thomas is lying in a fever upstairs in the maid. Them bastards cut him up good. Poor fella. And if that wasn't enough, they stole his rosary too. Barbarian.
What exactly... Wrong with Thomas?
He was badly wounded in a fight. It looked for a while like he wouldn't live to see the dawn. But only a few days ago he caught a fever and the Sawbones is away with Lord von Burgo. And that fever ain't letting...
And the Maiden Tower?
You're in Trotsky for the first time, eh? It's that narrow... We call the second one the Crone. There's some legend about it, but to tell the truth, it never much interested me.
I'll be going.
Thanks. Merciful God.
If you're after some leftovers, the kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much there, though.
It needs heat. It's cold.
Come on. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Yeah. It needs heat.
I won't get too far without fire. The first bell. Another 11 to go. Well, this one's gonna need some more work. It's already cooled off. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Herrgott, that's not good. Good. That looks finished.
About that horse.
Well?
Yeah.
Well, what are you standing around here for?
No. You told me to...
You're a smart one, eh? Well, he's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stage. Just between the two of us. I'm sorry.
It was nice. Good food.
I brought you those horse...
That took long enough. I've only got one horse. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before.
What did you do?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually...
Let's just say I haven't always...
Not quite. I'd also...
But I'll tell you.
Let's see what you've got.
Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
What about the...
Shh! Not so loud.
Isn't there maybe...
Well, since you're offering, a very nice...
Who did you lose it?
Father Nicodemus. That priest rolls dice like the devil in...
Don't worry.
But with no trouble...
Naturally. Do you know where Captain Thomas is?
It's true, son. It doesn't look...
I'd like to pray.
A kind thought, but you can't get to Thomas. I had him moved.
Why can't I...
You know, the castle chapel is an important place. Only...
Like you, for instance.
Naturally. It's certainly good of you to want to pray for Thomas.
Why did you take him to
The surgeon is away with Lord von Berghoff, and Thomas has got considerably worse. I don't like to say it, but...
I'll be...
Go.
Where you say go and what?
What if my soul is burdened with sin?
Of course, son. You or take the path of repentance and atone for your... It will improve your reputation with people, but beware. And you, if I'm not mistaken, have a... Come find me when you have atoned...
It seems like you'd be glad to have someone to...
Alea jactan honest, my friend. The die has not been cast, and that grieves me. No one wants to play with me, so I'll be quite glad if you join me. And for what shall we play? You...
I heard you have a certain...
Aye, it belonged to Kabat. Although...
How do you mean?
Kabat is known for having some peculiar things in his prop...
Hang on. You're saying you don't mind...
And who should I give it back to? I doubt... Besides, you've got to admit a rosary belongs in the hands of a servant. Once its owner turns up, I'll...
Or lose it in a game of dice.
I'm a priest.
Sorry, but I'm not going to play for someone else.
Suit yourself, friend.
What did you do that no one wants to...
Certainly not. Although it may look that way at times, since fortune is exceptionally good to me.
And isn't playing dice a sin, too?
It's not as if we were Roman soldiers playing dice for Christ.
Yeah, I never understood what they wanted that robe for.
They sat on the robe, so they wouldn't feel the cold. You see, at that time of year...
Cold? Wasn't Christ crucified at Easter?
Yes, but it's more complicated.
Uh-huh. What did you do?
Certainly.
And isn't...
It's not as...
Romans?
Ah, that's... Which, by the way...
What did you do?
Certainly not.
And isn't playing...
It's not as if we were...
The second toll for Hans. So, are you still...
Indeed, I...
What did you do that no one wants to play with you?
Certainly not.
And isn't playing...
It's not as if we were Roman soldiers.
So...
Indeed, I...
Do you still...
I do.
Let's play...
as you...
So...
Indeed.
Do you still have...
I do. Do you still...
Let's play for it.
Certainly. Why not?
Maybe we better leave it for now.
As you wish, friend. But...
I can't play without any coin, bro? Damn. Alright.
Do you know how I can get up?
You can't. Only his lordship, usually, that is. Only now, Captain...
I understand. Still no sign?
None at all. And if I can't...
But how can the black...
How do you think? He always takes the... And then he promises to change the lock.
But the blacksmith is...
I know he is. Only he tells me to wait, that he's got more in...
Seems to me...
I wouldn't be surprised, the lazy wretch. But what can I do?
Oh well.
He ought to.
Merciful God, your only begotten Son took upon him...